Why don't we move on to EarthGang now? This Atlanta duo been on the scene since like 2010.
Oh yeah.
Mirrorland, their newest album. It's a great picture. uh, Dave, tell me about EarthGang and why you wanted to review this album today.
Well, we just heard them pretty recently on the Dreamville album.
Mhm.
They're signed to Dreamville now, J. Cole's label, of course, label imprint, and they're on some of the standout tracks: Down Bad, Wells Fargo, and as you said, they've been around quite a long time. This is actually their first full-length album since 2015, which came out before they were signed to Dreamville. So it's been a while. And then they released some trio of EPs last year, and then obviously they partook in the Dreamville sessions for that label album. But since they signed the Dreamville, they haven't released anything that major, and they actually said that nothing from the Revenge of the Dreamers 3 sessions made it onto Mirrorland. And this is an album that they had previously announced way back in 2017. They've been Johnny Venus and Dr. Dot. That's the two of them. They said they've been tinkering with this album and working on it this whole time. And I remember when they signed the Dreamville, I believe it was early 2018, I think that happened. I think that's a great fit. Because those are guys that have been around a long time. They're really talented dudes, but they're not well known at all. Having someone like J. Cole, who clearly appreciates their artistry, sign them and give these guys a bigger platform is awesome. That's why artists start labels, and that's a great choice. And it's funny, they used to be in this collective in Atlanta called Spillage Village, and in that was Loot, someone on Dreamville, and J.I.D, of course. So you figure that's how J. Cole realized, wait, these guys are all really smart, and they know other really smart and talented dudes. We're going to take all these guys, and I'm going to sign all of them. So at least that's how I see it. But yeah, I wanted to review them just because obviously we haven't reviewed any of their past project yet. There hasn't been much to talk about. But you hear really, I think, obviously, when you listen to Mirrorland or anything else they've done, is that they're just an energetic group duo that doesn't really sound like anybody else. They're have, I think, a wide range of music that they make, which is impressive because, again, they hail from Atlanta, and Atlanta, which is the epicenter of hip hop right now, kind of like the middle straight line standard for hip hop these days, but it's not actually turning out anything super original these days. Right? Everyone either sounds like Young Thug and Future or Migos, right? Everyone's just trying to ape one sound or the other. But EarthGang, I think, clearly has their own lane, and that lane goes off in all these different directions. Yeah. It's really exciting. And I think Mirrorland is the perfect, I think, amalgamation of that idea. And really exciting record. I'm really another one I really hope people listen to, just because they clearly worked really hard to get to this point.
Yeah, it was almost hard for me to think, like, get a grasp of who they were listening to it, just because no track really sounded the same until I think the second half of the album, which I really actually I think enjoyed more than the first half. Once it hits Tequila, which I thought was just a fun song in general. Then you get to songs like Fields or Blue Moon, and they really start working in this like horn, like these like, I don't know, trumpets or saxophones
on this.
And it's just like, it's very unique, and but it starts to just sound, I think, a little bit more cohesive, and I liked it a lot more. But the beginning was still really, really catchy, like La La Challenge. I was kind of like, the ending of it, I was a little bit like, but like the rest of the track, the first half, I thought was really strong, and just jumping from track to track, there's not really a bad one on here. I don't think necessarily, but there weren't tracks that jumped out too much other than the ones I already mentioned. What about for you?
I really like Top Down, track 3. Really cool sung chorus. I think really matches well with the high energy that the duo brings in their verses on that, and it's really just really kind of a soulful sound to that. And as you said, there's I think a lot of range on this, and even if it focuses more towards the end, just the wide range of like what they're bringing in to their Atlanta experience is really kind of what stood out to me. And it's an album that I want to revisit again, just because there's a lot to kind of parse through on it. But if you were an EarthGang fan, I thought you have to be satisfied with this. And if you're not, I think it's a great jumping in point, just because you, as you said, it might take you a second, but then you'll understand, I think, what these guys are going for, which is cool because, again, they were in a collective back in the day with J.I.D, and they don't sound anything like J.I.D at all.
Mm-mm.
And J.I.D also is his own man, doesn't sound really like Atlanta. So really exciting duo. So I really hope this does well for them.
Yeah, I hope so too. I think that I want to hear where they go next and see if they can continue to be pushing boundaries and keep this really wide palette